Hey you guys, I'm in my car because it's the only place where I can get some peace and quiet. I just got home from church and I'm going to show you today how to make the best Instant Pot pumpkin cheesecake. It is so easy, simple, delicious. Make this for Thanksgiving or Christmas or like a holiday party and you will be the most popular person in the room. Okay, let's get started. First, we're gonna start with some room temperature cream cheese, some eggs, and here's a tip. If you did not remember to take your eggs out to bring them to room temperature, then just put them in a cup of warm water for like 5 to 10 minutes and they will be the perfect temperature. We have some flour, white sugar, pumpkin, not pumpkin pie mix, pumpkin puree, the real pure stuff. We're gonna do a mix of brown sugar and white sugar today. And then for the crust, this is like the best butter for a graham cracker crust. It's the Chef Jammy honey butter, the cinnamon and brown sugar. It is basically frosting with a higher proportion of butter to sugar. This makes a huge difference in the crust, so make sure you get that. Then just a little bit of regular butter, graham crackers. You could also use like a Biscoff cookie or like a shortbread cookie. That would be so good. Some heavy cream, cinnamon, or pumpkin pie spice. I'm actually going to use a little bit of pre-made pumpkin pie spice that I made homemade. But if you don't have that and you don't want to spend money on like a blend, just use some cinnamon, like nutmeg, ginger, clove. But cinnamon is for sure. Oops. And then some salt and vanilla. So that is what is going to go into our Instant Pot pumpkin cheesecake. First things first, we are going to start with a graham cracker crust for this pumpkin Instant Pot cheesecake. So I have the Chef Jammy butter here and a little bit of regular butter. We're gonna melt this in the microwave and then add 1 sleeve of crushed graham cracker crumbs. It's just 1 sleeve, which equals 1 cup of crumbs. And I just pulse them in my magic blender or my magic bullet, and you get some really nice crumbs like that. So you need to make sure that the butter is completely melted before you add in the graham cracker crumbs and the flour and just a dash of salt. Also over here, I have my Instant Pot doing a little bit of a cleaning cycle because I'm actually gonna let it go. I made some roast in this Instant Pot and the lid and the whole thing just kind of smelled like beef. And I didn't want my beautiful cheesecake over here to smell like beef. So doing a quick cleaning cycle, you can get my free guide on how to clean your Instant Pot on my website, triedtestedandtrue.com, and I'll put that right over here. I've got the butter melted, and you see how I have to add the regular butter to kind of thin the honey cinnamon butter out because it has sugar in it, it has a lot of goodness. I need the regular butter to kind of make it liquidy enough. So make sure it's all melted and dissolved. I've got our melted butters in here. I'm going to add our graham cracker crumbs, just a dash of salt, and 3 tablespoons of flour. The flour really helps to give the crust some substance. It helps the graham crackers kind of bind and stick together so it's not just crumbly. If you don't have that, it just kind of crumbles when you eat it. Okay, I wish you could smell this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So if you don't crush up your crackers like well enough, you get these little chunks, and I'll just like, use my spatula and just kind of crush them up a little bit in the bowl. You don't want big chunks because it won't look as pretty, and you just want every single piece of this to just taste the best. So you can go through and kind of crush up any bigger pieces if you have any. When I do it in the magic bullet, there tends to be more crumbs than if I just did it in my regular blender. So here we go. Now we've got our completed crust, and we're just going to dump it into the Instant Pot cheesecake pan that has the handle. This pan is such good quality. Okay, so then I just take a glass and I press it like this, and make it flat. If you want to have the crust go up on the sides, you can do that, but I prefer to have it kind of a crisp, clean line all the way around. Also, if you do it up on the side of the pan here, when you cut it, sometimes that back crust just falls right off and it's just not as pretty. I just take a glass or a measuring cup, you could use a ramekin, just something with a flat bottom, and just press it in like this. Now we are ready to make our cheesecake batter for the pumpkin cheesecake. So we need some vanilla, pumpkin, salt, heavy cream, white sugar and brown sugar, flour and eggs, and a little bit of homemade pumpkin pie spice. First thing is with the cream cheese. You have to have it smooth, room temperature, super soft. If it's really thick or hard, then you won't be able to, you'll have like lumps in your cheesecake. So don't think that they'll like melt or anything. You just have to make sure it's softened all the way before you start adding anything to it. You can microwave your cream cheese in 15 to 20 second intervals to get it nice and smooth and soft, but don't use cold cream cheese for your cheesecake. We've got our cream cheese perfectly ready to go here, very smooth, soft, and we're going to add in the sugars first to dissolve it. So I'm doing a blend of white sugar and brown sugar to give it some great sweetness. I've got brown sugar and I've got white sugar. In my traditional recipe, my classic recipe, I just have regular sugar, but I thought with the pumpkin, the brown sugar would be really nice, a nice deeper flavor. I think it's gonna be perfect. Now that our cream cheese and sugars are blended, I'm going to add in our 2 beaten eggs. I like beating them in a separate cup or bowl first, because then it's less time I'm whisking them in to the cream cheese mixture, and we don't want to over whip the eggs and over whip the cream cheese, otherwise we'll have air bubbles and then your cheesecake can fall or crack, and it's best to just do this as gently as possible. So to mix the batter after the eggs, I like to just do clockwise circles, just really small circles like this, and then I'll reverse the circles. I'm not trying to like whip a bunch of air into it, so I'm not going up and whipping. I'm just stirring like this to get all the eggs in. And once they're incorporated, we will add in, we've got some flour, some heavy cream. You can tell my heavy cream has a lot of fat in it because it's very thick. And then just a dash of salt and vanilla. So I don't ever measure my vanilla, but it's about 2 teaspoons. And with the same thing, I just mix like this in just small clockwise rotations, and then I'll kind of like scrape the bowl and then go the other way as I scrape, and then we're not whipping a ton of air into it. So what I've done is reserved 3/4 cup of the plain cheesecake batter, because we're going to marble the top. To the rest of this, I'm going to just add our pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie mix. This was just in the ramekin I was just using, and then we're just going to gently mix in the pumpkin puree, make it into such a yummy cheesecake. Oh man, I love seeing that color just start to go. You can see that it's turning a beautiful color. We are going to add in also 1/2 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. I made mine just homemade just because I have the spices in my cabinets already, but you can purchase pumpkin pie spice at the store as well. It's just like cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, clove. Oh my, this smells amazing. Cheesecake batter in a little squeeze bottle like this. If you don't have one of these, you can just put spoonfuls of the batter on top and then swirl it with something, but I'm going to do kind of we're gonna do concentric circles. We're gonna put the marshmallows on top of the casserole in concentric circles. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Honey, how about you? Marshmallow.
Oh, buddy, I'm not really doing marshmallows.
Marshmallow.
So I have a little extra batter, so I kind of put it just on the outside. What we'll do is just take a chopstick, go in and out. Okay, so then I take a piece of foil and I stick it in here, and then I kind of spread it over the edges, and then I just want to create a seal. We want to make sure that there's not going to be water going into the cheesecake. Now it is ready for the Instant Pot. In here we've got 1 cup of water and the trivet. Next I'm going to just place my pumpkin cheesecake in there. Make sure you don't puncture the foil. We don't want any water getting in there. And now we're going to cook it in the Instant Pot. First of all, you need to ensure that your sealing knob is in the sealing position. And then here, we are going to do manual for 45 minutes.
Who are you? Whoa, and who are you? Boulder Jr. Wow, you guys are so cool.
No, I like this. Because he's the boss.
Ah, don't fall on me.
You take the hot water that's kind of on the top of the foil and take it off. Moment of truth, take the foil off. Make sure you don't get any water in your cheesecake. Beautiful. Okay, now you let this rest at room temperature until it comes to room temperature. So I'm just gonna let it sit for about 2 hours on the counter, or just like on my stove here, so it's kind of ventilated underneath. You just don't want it warm when you put it in the fridge. All right, here is our final cheesecake, and I always top mine with homemade whipped cream. I like actually doing in a tall cup or mason jar like this with just 1 whisk attachment on my hand blender. It just mixes it so much faster. It's contained, you don't have to use a giant bowl, and fresh always tastes better. All you do is do powdered sugar, heavy cream, and a little bit of vanilla, and you can add as much or as little sugar as you like, and it is fantastic. So just spoon it over the top of my cheesecake here with a little bit of cinnamon. And the reason why I put it all over the top is because I got a tiny crack in my cheesecake. I let the temperature come down too quickly, and so it cracked a little bit. So that's fine though. It's okay if we have imperfections. Look how gorgeous the rest of it is. You're just gonna cover it up in whipped cream anyway. So don't get discouraged if you have little cracks or imperfections in your cheesecake. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that recipe for Instant Pot Pumpkin Cheesecake. If you want the full recipe, you can get it on my website at triedtestedandtrue.com. And be sure to follow me on Instagram at instantpot_cooking. Also, please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. That would be so amazing, so you can get notified every time I upload. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.